Showtime. Get ready. Humidor Showtime. Get ready. Humidor Showtime. Sports. Humidor Showtime. Cigars. Humidor Showtime. Get ready. Humidor Showtime. Get ready. Humidor Showtime.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy, Mr. SmokeFella in the house, man. We back here on this Saturday morning with Humidor Sports and Cigars by way of Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, I want to make an apology for last week, man. We had some technical difficulties, so we gave you about 20 minutes short of the show last week at the shop, but we'll make up for it today, so we can get it in. So, well, I'm just going to bring in my panel, man. We're going to get it in how we normally do it, raw, uncensored, the way we do it in the cigar shops, man. So, man, I got my man. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. He just going by Lefty today. What's up, Left?
What up? What up? What up? Trying to share the show, man. What's happening with y'all? Good Saturday morning, beautiful weather. You know, we finally getting a little spring. You know what I mean? Look like it's about to stay steady, so looking forward to it. Yeah, like you said last week, you know, it got cut a little short, but we can definitely continue the conversation. Still a lot of sports to talk about, so let's get to it.
You know, we always want to know where's Kevin. That's the thing. Nobody ever knows where he at, but guess what? We got him on the show. That's the show. KDL 33, what's up, man?
What is happening? What is happening? Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? They say it's supposed to be 70 today, but it's not 70 yet. Those of you that's venturing out, dress accordingly. But what's happening, man? Let's talk some sports, man. Let's get energetic. Go.
If not now, then when?
Right. Exactly.
It's just saying, man. It is what it is, man.
Man,
a lot been going down in sports, man. I mean, that's all I gotta say is the juice.
Man, put some smoke in the air for the juice, man.
Man, everybody raise your sticks today. Put some smoke in the air,
man, for the juice.
For the juice.
Can I comment on that, man?
Hey,
yeah,
Kev,
I got one too. Go ahead.
Before y'all comment, man, I'm wearing my black gloves tonight in honor of the juice. They're a little small.
And see, that's what I want to touch on. I want to touch on that too, Kevin.
Money, I think we're on the same page, but I'm about to see.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, look at man. When someone dies, right? Regardless, you know, the last thing you're gonna remember a person on, that ain't the time to bring that up, right? That ain't the time to focus in on that and let the families relive that. What I mean by that is this. Yeah, the man passed. Yeah, people, you know, think deep down he killed, you know, his ex-wife, whatever. But when someone dies, right, you're supposed to highlight the life. Now, the last thing you're going to think of is the trial. The last thing you're going to think of is he was in jail in Vegas. Okay, cool. But the man still was a father. The man still got a family. The man still was a Hall of Famer. The man still was at USC, Buffalo. Like that ain't the time to go in. And what CNN did, what ESPN did, particularly Stephen A., was take the time to, you know, I deep down, I thought he was guilty. If I was on the jury, I would have did this. And he turned his back on the black community. But, you know, much love to the family. What the fuck? Excuse me. What the hell is that? Like, it ain't the time, because you got to think, the man still got a family. What CNN and ESPN did was reenact. I literally saw it, bro. They reenacted the Bronco ride, the whole call and everything. They reenacted the court case. They reenacted interviews. like that ain't the time for that. That's just my opinion, man. Now you can think whatever. Quiet as kept. Technically, he was acquitted. So regardless if you think he did it or not, okay, cool. But that ain't the time that, like, the man died. So that wasn't the time and place for that, man. I disagree with all that. And I disagree with Stephen A. getting his shots in and then
Yeah,
saying, that
those
ain't
those was just petty
right to
petty
me, man.
shots,
Yeah, I
man.
didn't.
CNN really did it bad.
Yeah,
They replayed the whole Bronco ride. The
you
whole
know what? My take was a little, just a little different. Like for me, it's more of like to me it was sad that we're never gonna remember how great of a football player he was. And like OJ was a hell of a running back, man. USC, Buffalo, San Francisco, where he played. Even the Hertz commercials, he wasn't always with all this slash and murder and all that. Like he really, the Naked Gun movies, he was really getting huge in Hollywood. Like, everything he was doing. So it's sad he's not gonna be remembered for that. Some of that is like I ain't gonna say some of it, but most of it is his fault that his legacy got tarnished like that.
No doubt.
That's definitely his fault. I mean, I agree with Kev though. CNN, Stephen A. Smith, all that was a little tacky, as far as going there. But that was just my whole take. We were actually having a conversation about it at the shop, and it was like, man, people really forget Juice. OJ was about to be, he was big in Hollywood, but
in the
he was about
70s.
to be in the
Now,
70s.
let's hold on. He wasn't
No, he was.
Talking about as far as the black
role.
athlete. No.
I'm
As far as the black athlete.
leading role, man.
No. We talking about black athletes turned actors. Like he was
Okay,
finna
I'll give
be
you that.
the guy. You know what I mean?
He
Like
wasn't
TV,
going to be
Hollywood.
Denzel, now. He wasn't going to be an American gangster.
No.
I'm talking about as far as athletes, black athletes.
Yeah,
But
so
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So, I think, just to me I just think more tarnished legacy. I mean, but whether he guilty or not guilty, regardless of opinion, the man gone, rest in paradise, Orenthal J. Simpson.
Man, listen, I'm going to tell you like this, man. The reason this is like this is because that OJ trial, the whole incident took up social media for damn near a year, bro. It flopped. People was for OJ, against OJ. It was on the levels of the whole Michael Jackson touching kids thing that was going on at that time. It was huge.
But that's how big of a presence he was at the time. They remember they stopped the NBA finals. They cut into the NBA finals to show the damn chase.
Screen. Yeah,
the
a
cut
couple
screen.
games.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the that shows that this wasn't no C-list celebrity. Like that was huge that they literally cut into finals. Wasn't that the Knicks and Houston? If I'm not mistaken,
Knicks and Houston.
It was the Knicks Houston. Yeah. To cut it in, like you said, just the media coverage, the whole thing. Hell, damn, they got the Kardashians on. Shit.
And then here's what you did by doing that all day. You took the Goldmans and the Brown family back through that the entire day. Yep. You took them back through it. I'm not saying they'll ever forget about it, but what I'm saying is you put them back through that by doing that. Yep. And you wanted to get clickbaits and watches and all that because you got the OJ story on, right? And you got OJ, OJ passed, right? You barely talked about his football career. You might have talked about Hertz. You might have talked about whatever Naked Gun for a hot second. All the rest of that was, matter of fact, I watched CNN about 10 o'clock that night. Gloria Alvarez came on. She went in. That was very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. She didn't have a good thing to say about it. So all they did was give her airtime to go back in on the trial and what about Nicole's family and what about about his family that you dogging him right now and the man died. And the man got killed.
It's all about likes. It's all about the clicks and all of that. Yeah. That's what it's all about. They didn't care nothing about the families.
Apparently,
nothing whatsoever.
Either family, they didn't give a damn about.
Well, regardless of what, man, like I said, I mean, I was a little kid, but I remember, I started watching football real young. But I remember OJ. A little bit I remember. He was a bad boy, man. He was a bad boy.
Facts.
So I mean, he was a hell of a running back, and just
When he the first one with the 2,000 yards?
I'm not sure about that, but
You are old, Lefty. So
we 3 days apart. So if I'm old, you old. So
well, you
need to
older.
know that.
You
okay,
are
about
older.
3 days. About 3 days.
I think he was the first one with the 2,000 season, wasn't he?
Yeah, but the fact that no one will ever remember him for that is as a sports fan, you know what I mean. So it is what it is, man. Yeah, rest in peace, Juice, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. Let's get to it.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Juice. Hey, but I gotta say that meme of the Hertz Bronco, white Bronco, internet has no chill, bro.
Oh, about nothing. About nothing.
About nothing.
I said, you gave. Come on, man. So that's the processional right down the street in the Bronco.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not surprising people, cracking jokes and going in. That's what they do, man.
I mean, it's not surprising because that's the era we live in. People live off drama. People live off. People. I'm gonna tell y'all real shit. People, especially social media wise, live off other people's drama. Like that makes their day, right? Some of these people that's cracking jokes and putting all on social media and going in are the very same people that's voting to put an insurrectionist back in office. So you refuse to believe that. But you believe OJ did it. But that's neither here nor there. Go ahead, man. Let's talk. I can go all day with that. Go ahead, man.
We're gonna get canceled.
Get sports.
Yeah. Come on, man. We got a lot of sports to talk about. Let's get back to it.
Hey, man. So March Madness is officially over. I mean, the men's tournament started out, man, it was good. You had some unexpected wins, some unexpected losses. But then once you got down to the Final Four, it kind of wavered off. Now on the girls' side, though, brought it. The girls' side brought it, man. I mean, you had the Final Four was hyped because who you had in it. You had all the big names. It was ready, on and popping. The men's, we kind of lost that. I think over the next 3 to 4 years, the men's will get a huge influx of former NBA stars and their kids coming into the league. So
you know what I really think? I think on the men's side, didn't nobody really want to admit it. It was kind of a foregone conclusion. UConn was going to win unless something just miraculous happened.
Right.
And the women, you really didn't know. Like South Carolina was the best team. They proved it. But
they weren't blowing people out.
You really didn't know, man.
Right.
You really didn't know. Like it could have.
USC, you had Iowa. I mean, you.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, this is probably the first time ever. And I always go back to, even though basketball is a team sport, it's still star-based. Individual players, about the stars. And for the first time ever, the stars on the women's side were bigger than the men's. Like, you had great teams, but when you talk about the stars being profiled, the Jujus, of course, Caitlin, she was probably profiled more than anybody. Angel Reese, all these big names, even though South Carolina was the true story, having an undefeated season. But that really wasn't the focus. It was about Caitlin Clark. It was about this. So what you look on the men's side, it really wasn't a big star. Edie, whatever his name is, Edie. He's probably the best. He's the best college player to all that, but he's not a big star. He's not being profiled. People aren't tuning in to watch him. And UConn have been a dominant team all year, and most people didn't even realize it until the tournament how good, unless you really follow college basketball. There was no standout players like that. So when you talk a $4 million difference in views from women to men, that's amazing. With 18 million to 14 million on the championship game. So that's, but that just goes to show that basketball is, whether it's college, pros, whatever, it's still about the stars. And when we get into this NBA playoff thing, I'm gonna tell you what the NBA hoping for too. But we'll get back into it. We'll dive into that in a bit.
I'm gonna tell you like this. You
They're gonna
said
lose a couple.
the women was 18.9
Mm-hmm.
and the men was 14.9. That lets you know how powerful March Madness is. College. We talked a couple of weeks ago. Who has the best postseason event?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you,
On
it's
March Madness.
March Madness is like, I mean, across the nation, man.
I
People
mean,
go
it,
bananas.
it'll never top the Super Bowl. Let's not get
I
ridiculous.
give you
But
that.
I'm
I
saying,
give
as
you that.
far as
But
like a
that's one
3-week
day.
span,
That's one day you getting up for that Super Bowl. This right here is a 3-week process where people are going nuts.
yeah.
You got a
But
comment.
I'm an
Got a
NBA
comment
playoff
from
dude too.
got a
So
comment. Will Week. NBA is killing their product because college basketball is not producing products anymore because of the one and done is failing. Good point. Definitely a good point.
I agree with that,
Well,
Will. I agree with that. But
Yeah.
that one and done system kind of fading away, and that's why the Kyler
that
Perrys
one
are
and done
moving
is
around.
done.
Mm-hmm.
It's done
Yeah,
because you haven't had
right.
the marquee players to come out to be
Yeah,
one and done. We haven't
But
had that in the last two to 3 years.
exactly, because even with the one and dones, even for that 1 year, look how highly profile Zion was for that 1 year at Duke. Like he was all over the TVs.
I mean,
He was
but
the
isn't he
next
the
big
last
thing.
one? He's the
but during
last
his
I
big
believe
one and
time,
so.
done.
Yeah, he
but
is.
you got to remember him, Barrett. Like during that time, the one and dones was popping
I know, but I'm
during
saying,
that time.
but Zion was already like a star. Like, remember, he was everybody. It was all about Zion, even though that was a
They
good
was
squad,
following
R.J.
him from
Barrett
high
and all
school,
them.
bro.
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
the guard on the Lakers? Just Cam Reddish. All
yeah.
those
That's what
cats.
They
I'm
had
saying. Back then, the one and dones was booming when they came out.
they had a superstar team though.
Yeah, but
Now,
even with the one and dones, it's that year where it's that one guy that really stands out. Like if Wembyani would have been played college ball over here instead of overseas, he would have been the main
he'd have been
focus,
the
the
same dude.
profile
Yes,
guy. Right. He'd
yes.
have been
Right.
that guy.
He'd have been the
You
same
know.
dude.
But that's where, like you said, in the last few years, Zion probably was the last one from men's college basketball.
Look at last
This
year's
year,
draft.
this
Look
year
at
was
last year's
about
draft.
this
All
year's
them
about
kids they
Caitlin
came
Clark,
from all the kids came from the
G
G
League.
League.
They were all G Leaguers.
What they doing now?
Well, a couple of them like
Yeah,
Jalen,
ain't doing too much, man.
dude in Houston made it, but
Yeah, Houston doing all right.
and they got rid of the
The
whole
rest of
elite.
them,
So
you
I don't
ain't
know how
heard
that's
their
gonna work.
names at all this year. And what's the dude that went to Portland? They had to
He
send
just
him back to G League
Scoot
twice.
just came.
Yeah,
He just
so
came back. He actually balled last night. But the thing is with college though, this year it was Caitlin Clark. She made college basketball like women and hell. Let's just say college basketball period, not just women's ball, but it was about her. So what happened?
he was
Everybody was
breaking records
focused in.
though.
Right,
Now,
exactly.
kid,
But I'm saying, but
He was breaking records.
even her style of play, Kev, she is on some Steph Curry thing. She changing how women's college basketball is she's
That's
gonna
true.
be that one that change how it's being played. Because remember, women's college ball is all about fundamentals. They don't use their athleticism. It's fundamentals. It's the basics. It's things like that they're good as team ball. This chick coming out, crossing, shooting from the three, and then you got Juju and them coming up. Like the game is changing, and she the head of that. She leading that charge.
But I was gonna say, as a freshman, Juju had a hell of a year.
Yeah, that's
As
what
a
I'm saying.
freshman, South Carolina had a
now
freshman.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing they saying. Juju could break all kind of records just off her freshman year.
Oh, Juju is
The,
she
the
gonna be
path
one
that she's
too.
on, she could
Mm-hmm.
break a whole lot of records too.
Yeah.
But in men's college basketball this year, it was about the portal. Wasn't about one and dones. Freshmen froze up. That's how Kentucky got ran off the court. It was about the transfers. It was about the graduates. It was about the fifth,
Well,
6th year
they
seniors.
care.
That's who ran the
Their
men's college basketball this year. If you
their
watch the
freshmen
tournament,
froze up. Their freshman
well,
froze up
no,
because
this tournament,
UConn's freshman Castle, he balled.
yeah. Well, that's one out of
I'm just saying.
you got to look at his squad.
Kentucky, let's say it like this, Kev. They did to Reggie Miller. They choked.
Well, that's because Calipari really can't coach. He's a better recruiter than he is a coach. But that's neither here nor there.
That's
But
always
if
been
you
the
watch
case.
the transfer portal, man, is going to be, you're going to see teams adapting to that. You're going to see teams getting a graduate here, like Big Boy from Arizona. Big boy from Arizona, the African cat. Did you know he just entered the transfer portal? He leaving
Nah,
Arizona.
I didn't know that.
Not
Well,
saying
He's
just
leaving
because
Arizona.
they
mean
entered
to
the
leave
portal don't
there.
mean they leaving though.
They trying to up
No,
their
he's leaving. He's
NIL.
going. Matter of fact, he signed with somebody. I forgot. He went
Oh, did he
somewhere.
already sign? Okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they go to the portal to increase their financial wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that too. Yeah. I mean, it's used
Oh,
for different ways. What I'm saying
and
is they're
Will,
showing up on these teams that's senior laden, and these
right.
senior laden teams is running through the tournament.
And
You know what I mean? Like it's working.
Will Foe just made a great comment too. The WNBA draft is getting hyped this year. Like people are actually
Right.
going to
It's Monday.
watch the
It's Monday.
WNBA draft. It's
That's true.
this Monday, and we just having a conversation in the shop. Like, man, cigar shops were crowded for women for the women's national championship game.
Yeah.
When has that ever happened? You know what I mean? And House, now we're not forgetting about the stars before Caitlin Clark. Not at all. Not at all. We're not forgetting them.
House
Not at all.
giving me a hee because Diana Taurasi, she spoke on ESPN and she said Caitlin is in for a rude awakening when you come into the WNBA and you're playing against grown women that got mortgages, families, and all that. It's a different ball game. Now, she didn't say that she wasn't going to succeed or do well, but she said it's going to be a culture shock because it's different playing against little 18 and 19-year-olds and grown women.
She stated the obvious. She did not say it disrespectful.
Right.
She did not.
But
She
they
just
tried
said.
to spin it that way, and they've been trying to spin it that way all week since she said it.
Cheryl Swoops said it a month ago, and everybody tripped on Cheryl Swoops. All they saying is it's an adjustment. Like I watch it, man. I don't know how much y'all watch women basketball, but half the women that got drafted in WNBA last year are no longer in the league. So just because you get drafted, it's only so many spots that they have. That's why they're trying to expand. They really don't have the money. They're gonna put one team in, but they really don't have the money to expand like the NBA would. So a lot of these women that get drafted, they don't stick in the league. Like they playing for spots. And you got to figure it ain't an 82 game season. They only play from what, May to September, something like that.
Yeah, that's what 30 something.
So
games, right?
there's only so many spots, bro.
Like
Just because you get drafted, now the top stars
they
will probably
up against
stay.
baseball. They up against baseball. They
I
have to
get
take
the
a pause for the Olympics because the girls from NBA.
Yeah, the Olympics.
So you got to realize
they got some things that come in that kind of interject into their season that
Well, and I like Taurasi. She spoke the obvious. Of course, it's an adjustment when you go from college to professional. That's no shit, Sherlock.
She even said it was one for her.
In other news waters.
And so did Kelsey Plum.
But
Kelsey Plum said the same thing. Said it took her 5 years to get straight.
But you know what? This is gonna be the difference, though. This is what I think gonna be the difference. I think the game is gonna adjust to Caitlin Clark. Over Caitlin Clark adjusted the game. If she come in shooting the way her ass was shooting, because nobody thought Steph game, nobody thought Steph game would translate over to Lisa Davidson. No one thought Steph would be who he is and what he's doing. I think Caitlin Clark could have an effect like Steph having on the NBA to where the game is gonna have to adjust to her style. She's gonna change style. People gonna want more shooters. More.
You know what? She's gonna be able to get her shot off. But when she comes off that pick, they're going to be a lot more physical than they are in college.
Yeah.
Not saying because she can obviously shoot, so she's going to get a shot.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be a lot more fit. She's going to have to bulk up a little bit and adjust to the physicality that she's going to run into in the WNBA. Like I said, there's only so many spots, man. They playing for job.
Yeah, the women don't bulk up.
She definitely gonna have a target on. She gonna have a target on her. Every high-profile athlete got a target on them.
Yeah, and that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's called competition. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
When Lonzo Ball came out, he had a target on his back because he was highly profiled.
Day one.
That's natural. That's just natural.
We all watched Pat Beverly run over there, and you remember that?
Yeah.
That was game one.
It's gonna always be like that, But I look. I don't take all the race stuff out of it. That's a bad. That young lady is cold. That young lady is cold.
No doubt.
And I looked at the mock draft. They got Angel Reese coming to the sky.
Hey,
at 9 or something like that, 8 or 9 or something.
What's up, PG 69?
They got old girl from Kentucky, not Kentucky, Tennessee, Jackson.
Pat come right in with it. Okay, I got you. My
Yeah.
back never adjusted to every tactic. That's
Wow.
okay. That's okay.
Wow.
It's still early, Pat. You know, I keep it loaded. I keep the pistol loaded. I got bullets for you.
Now, you know, watching the women's game, Caitlin, she dropped that 18 quick. And then that lady known as Raven Johnson is no longer known as the lady that got waved off at the 3. She known as the lady that put the clamps on
Clamp
Caitlin
down.
Clark.
Just clamp down on her. Yes, sir.
Clamp down on her.
If you do me
What
like
up?
that, I'm going
What
out.
up?
I'm
What
going
up,
out at
Silk?
halftime taking shots. That
What
was
up,
so
Silk?
disrespectful.
We
I
ain't
forgot that even
talking against
happened, bro,
Bam Shaq.
until they showed it. I forgot that even happened.
Yeah, and she
So
talked
credit
about
to
how
her.
traumatizing that
Mhm.
was for her last year with
Yeah,
social media, how they clowned her for months.
that's kind of embarrassing, man. You're a starting guard and can't you won't even shoot the ball. Not that you
Yeah.
missed, you didn't even have the confidence to shoot it. So shout out to her for working on her game all summer. Coming back, now you can't leave her open. Now she deadly. And she what, a sophomore? Something like that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Credit to
And
her
So
for
and
working on her
Phil,
game.
and before we pop off this, man, shout out to Don Staley, class act, like class act.
yeah, I have to
Her
give it to her.
man, shout out to Don Staley, man. Hell of a
Stay
coach.
off my girl. I love her. She's mine.
Who
Hell of
Don
a
Staley?
ride.
No,
Hey,
man,
us light skinned folks got to stick together. All right.
it's a must. It's a must.
Now
No, she was.
Don
Yeah, shout out.
deserves
That was a
much love, much
classy.
props.
Yeah, that was a
Hey,
classy press conference when she came on, man. Like that's why I had to give her props for that, man. And congratulations, undefeated season, man. Let's go.
Give me your
Good
I
shit.
thoughts.
gave
So
her
quick.
props
Give me
after the
your quick.
melee. What she said in the interview after the game, and right after the game when emotions was high, and in her press conference. Kim
Yeah.
Mulkey didn't do that. So
Give me your
give her
thoughts.
credit based on that. Just right off the flat. She like, hey, we don't represent that. We apologize, right? Like right off the flat. Like you gotta see much love.
Give me your thoughts on some people came. They went at Dawn Staley, which I was not happy about, but they just said that she only congratulated Caitlin Clark after she beat her.
that's a lie. Because she
Yeah,
gave her love many times in the her press conferences leading up to the Final Four, and gave her respect on how she's been changing the game. So that's people that
Yes, she
don't
did.
know.
Yes, she did.
That's people that
And
don't know.
let me get a smoke fella finger to Jason Whitlock, because that's who said that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he a
That's who
normal on
said
it. He a regular. He a regular
he a
on the smoke
clown
fella
anyway.
finger
And
list.
all he does is clown black people, if you ever notice. I've been noticing
That's
since
Yes.
Kansas City
Yes.
Star back in
that's
Yeah. Long
1989.
time.
that's
And that's
Angerman's
neither here nor there.
idol.
We ain't got to
She's
mention that.
always giving that girl her props, man. And she took the time and didn't have to do it in her moment. She just won
Right.
the national championship
And you
to get
know
that
what,
girl props.
Sean? And you know
She
what,
even
Sean?
stopped
It was
before they were going to commercial. Remember? She's like, hold on.
yeah.
And old girl said,
Right.
oh wait. She goes, Dawn wants to say something. Dude,
But
Dawn's
Sean,
my girl, dude. She's my
it's
girl, bro.
always it's gonna always be
Love her.
somebody that got a nitpick and take some negative out of a positive. You're gonna always have that. Just like they were talking about the thing with the God thing and all this. I'm like, come on, man. It's just whack ass media,
No,
man.
let's
It is.
call it what it is.
Like,
It's always gonna
Jason
be a
Whitlock is
dude.
a jerk.
It's always gonna be a 300-pound dude like Jason Whitlock take a time out from eating a damn cheeseburger to go in on some black person other than a white person. That's what he does. He's
Matter,
been doing it since the Kansas City Star.
and
For those
matter of
that
fact,
know.
going forward, let's not mention his name no more. Old boy. That's what we're gonna be.
Cool. I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Fat
No.
old boy. Why
Old
just
boy.
call him fat old boy?
Yeah.
Old goof ass.
Old goof
How about
ass.
that?
Oh,
Old
fat
goof
goof.
ass.
Fat goof ass. Yeah, nobody talk about him.
OFG.
Right. we ain't gonna even give him no free promotion on this show, man. He
Right.
don't get nothing. He ain't getting no
Old goof ass.
Agreed.
love on this show. The hell with him.
Agreed.
Hey, I was listening to you guys coming in.
Whoever
and
said
one of
that
the-
is absolutely right.
You're
That's
talking
real-
about
real weak.
the men and the women and how the star power. Part of it, I think, the reason is that college basketball is the one and done. You know, everybody wants to go 1 year and leave. Stars don't get to develop. All right, you go to the NBA and you don't develop. You're not developed. You're 18 years old. Like, I don't give a damn how big or grown or strong you think you are. You ain't growing and strong. You're dealing with grown men. And so these guys don't come in and they'll have a game where they'll score 20 or 30, or you'll have a game, or a couple weeks. but they're not developed like they were before. And Kev, you talked about it. You said why are teams getting run over by juniors and senior laden
What's up,
teams?
Miss Glover?
Because that's exactly what it is. Because these guys have been developed. These guys have been coached.
Yep.
They finally, you got guys. Maybe they are 3 stars, 2 stars, but they got to be 4 stars because of coaching and development. And you guys well know in the tournament, guard play is key. Guard play is
every year.
Man, it's key. So you better look at the team that has juniors and seniors in that backcourt, and you might want to take a good look at betting on if you're a gambling person. That is,
then watch this.
Gambling on those, looking on the juniors and seniors in those backcourts.
That's
and
what
watch this. You
once Sheed went down, it was pretty much over with for them.
For Houston, yeah. And then watch this. You a lottery pick, right? You one and done. You got a lot of talent, but you're on a bad team that you're going to more than likely, right?
Yep.
Well, that coach got to win. He ain't got time to develop you. He got to win.
Right.
Bingo. So there's no development time.
They don't have time to develop you. This ain't the NFL where you can sit behind a quarterback and develop.
Well, this is
the NBA. They have to win.
Let's take it right there. I think in the NBA and the NFL, baseball is different because you can go down to the minors and develop
and get work.
Yeah, that's different.
The NFL is the same way. These quarterbacks ain't coming in sitting. They got to come in and play right away and produce right away. Basketball, people expect, like you say, these one and dones to come in. It may take them 3-4 years. Let's talk about Ben's boy, Kobe White. Ben couldn't stand Kobe White. Look at where he is now. It took him some
Tony
years.
Bob.
It took him some
Him and
years.
Laurie marketing.
It took him 7.5 years to get it
It
right.
ain't taking no damn 7 years.
No, it didn't. Ben and TB wanted the man traded at every deadline since the man stepped in Chicago.
Yeah.
And now look at him. You wouldn't have won half the games you won this year without him.
The only difference with the NFL is that you have to stay 3 years. You have to stay 3 years. So you're going to get coaching. You're going to get physicality. You're going to get bigger, stronger, faster. NBA, it's not. And that's the big difference. So you can come in and you could be a quarterback 6'3" at 225, 235. And that's 2 or 3 years of off-season lifting. When you come in at 18, man, if you were lifting beforehand, man, that's a big if you were lifting. And if you don't, man, you're literally a kid against grown-ass men who are trying put a skinny dude against before he hurt his ankle, Andre Drummond. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got a chance for a rebound.
Oh, hell no.
You ain't got a chance. You know what I mean?
No.
Not a chance.
That's a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
That's a big grown-ass man, dude.
And I think with marketing, the Bulls didn't know what to do with him. Because when he came out of Arizona, he was shooting threes at Arizona, but the Bulls tried to make him a solo.
That coach.
It was that time.
Yes. Who was that coach at the time? Who was that coach?
Well, we can go there too. We can go there too.
No, it wasn't Vinny. Who was that coach? He was.
Well, we could go there too, but
marketing was
they
the
took the
player.
fact.
He just didn't have confidence, bro. Once he went to Utah and got that confidence,
he didn't have the confidence.
All over with.
He balled in Cleveland though.
When he came in the league.
He balled in Cleveland year before he went to Utah.
He
immediately left Chicago and balled. That wasn't a confidence thing.
When he was with the Bulls, he did not show any confidence here.
They didn't know what to do with him.
Need to get out of here.
What was that coach's name? It was after Vinny. Who was the coach? He was terrible. The players hated him. Whoever that coach was,
he got fired. No, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of the name, but the coach. The players basically ran him out.
The players hated him.
Boylan. Is it Boylan?
I think it was Boylan.
Was it Boylan?
I believe it was Boylan. That was the Boylan year.
But the problem with Lowry was he got hurt a couple times, and then I think his second and third season, he got hurt because his second season he came in and I saw him and he was training back overseas. Man, that dude was eating them weights, boy. I was like, oh snap! Oh,
how do you go to Cleveland and immediately ball out?
Because
how do you go to Utah and all of a sudden you're an all-star?
He was ready. Confident. The Bulls didn't do that to. They didn't give it to him, and that was right around the time where that stretch four and everything started to become really, really in vogue. And the Bulls were still in 1964, like the Bears and the Sox and.
I digress. Hey, but we could bring it to the present. Everybody ready to give up on Patrick Williams. I'm telling you, if they move on from him, he gonna go somewhere and ball out. Watch.
I think it's more with him.
Everybody's mental with him. It's mental and confidence, and sometimes you need a change of scenery, and then everything starts to flow and slow down for you.
And also the role he's playing. Look at Bobby Portis, the role he's playing in Milwaukee. He's a big part of that. You know, he was here in Chicago. A lot of former Chicago players are playing like big, like Wendell Carter Jr. in Orlando, right? In Orlando still.
Yeah.
Wendell, he's
Yeah,
a big
still,
part of that.
yeah, he's still down there.
Yeah, he a big part of that. See, like Will Patrick is trash. They still, man. Some people don't come in right away and get it. You know,
But what is
the role? It's the role you playing in. Like Pattis, but you had Levine and DeRozan taking turns with the ball. He got to know where he fit. Some people just not a good fit. It don't mean
so let me ask you this. What is he? Is he a 3 or a 4?
He's today's NBA player, which means he can guard multiple positions. He could be the center in a small lineup. He could play the 3 in a big lineup. He could play the 4 in most lineups. You got to be able to guard multiple positions anyway.
So then why don't you do what Jimmy? Why don't you do what Jimmy Butler did? Jimmy Butler came in and made his mark on defense. Derrick Rose get hurt. He go work on his offensive game. All of a sudden, he come back with an offensive game. Patrick Williams needs to stay in the league, bro. Like, do this. Get you a niche.
Find a way to stay in the league.
Get you a niche, right? That's what Jimmy Butler did. He was the benchmark. Remember that? He had a niche. Derrick Rose gets hurt. The man goes and develops his jump shot. All of a sudden, he come back. He get an offensive game. Now he Jimmy buckets.
We will be talking about.
He got to find a niche.
Then we just talked about Larry Marketing. In about 2 or 3 years, we'll be talking about Patrick Williams.
But you know, here's the problem.
What?
Here's the problem with Jimmy with Patrick. What they need to do with Patrick, they need to say, look, you're the 6th man, or you're on the second squad. All right, when on the second squad,
Bobby Portis.
I need you to score. Period. You can score. We've seen him score. We've seen him in summer league. We've seen him in regular NBA games when Zach and DeMar are out. We've seen him take over games. So here's what you do, and this is on a coaching. Man, you're on the second unit. You ball. You score in the flow of the game, of course. But if it gets down to it, take it. Get that offensive confidence, and you know what, that will carry you to a certain level. Now you can work on your defense. Now you can work on something else.
That word again. That word again.
But look,
that C word.
Confidence.
Oh.
But Sean, you just basically said what Damani said. Milwaukee gave Bobby Portis a role. Hey man, you ain't gonna start unless somebody hurt. You're gonna come off the bench. We need your energy. Shoot the ball. We don't even care, bro. Play D, right? Rebound, and he got a role, so he knows his role. Patrick Williams has no idea what his role is.
That's coaching. That's coaching. When you give, man, we've all played sports, man, and we've all, I believe, also been on good teams at one point or another. All right. And what were some of the best teams that you were on? Were guys who had a role. Look, I need you to come in and rebound. You didn't ask Rodman for 3-pointers, did you? No, because that wasn't his gig. You don't ask a fish to climb a tree. All right. You ask, what are they good at? All right. This is all you're good at. This is what I need you to do. This is what I need you to do. And this is what good coaches do. And
once Lefty found out his role was to get me the ball,
I knew it.
I knew it. We had no issues. We was number 3 in the state. He understood his role.
I don't know why none of y'all guys won't ever pop on here.
I'm not even gonna justify that with a response. I'm not gonna justify that.
Anybody watching from St. Martin, y'all need to pop on every blue moon, man. We need to get to the bottom of this. Just pop on, man. Give me one show. Just pop on, fellas.
As soon as Ben started, I'm like, oh boy.
Here you go. I knew we was going with it.
Hey.
Trigger happy. Trigger happy being up there in the corner.
Wait. So what you're saying?
I told you, being that dude from the Nets.
Trigger happy being up there.
Hey, so what you're saying is, so wait, did you at least get him the assist? Or were you that selfish dude who got it, took 2 or 3 dribbles, so the assist went away? Was that you?
My assist numbers were up.
Okay.
He was in the top 5 of assists. He was in the top 5.
At least. Well, okay. So he contributed to your point. All right. I just want to make sure you weren't the guy to dribble 2 or 3 times and take the assist away and then go shoot. Like, okay.
No, he was a catch and shoot. Literally, catch, shoot. You see pass, there's no way in there.
Not catch pass.
Not catch drive.
None of
that.
Catch shoot. Nah, being had a rifle on him, though. Being had a rifle.
Was I not open?
I guess.
Yeah, you could be like Kobe. As soon as Kobe got out of his car in the parking lot, he's open.
Yeah, right.
Facts.
That's of course.
Facts.
Of course.
Hey, Kev, you chuckling a little knee slapping down there, man.
Hey, man, I'm just listening to the story, brother. I
You
wasn't
over
there.
there knee slapping and
But back to the Bulls top. But no, Patrick Williams is he's a typical today's NBA player. He fits today's game. Like you said, Sean, we both said it. When he finds a role for him, it could be like Bobby Portis coming off the bench, running that second team. He gonna flourish, man. I don't think the
It got
Bulls
to
should
be.
give
He
up
shouldn't
on
be
him.
a starter.
I don't think the Bulls should give up on him too fast. But of course, we ready to
this
run
is
him out of
sports here,
town.
though, Papa. At this particular
Well,
point,
here's the thing.
and
Here's the thing, y'all. Once
And it's-
again, it's time to make a financial decision.
They made it with Kobe.
Just
They
about
kept
about to go
Kobe.
there too.
Yeah.
So now what?
So
Right, they made the other decision.
since we talking in NBA, man, we're gonna start out in the East, right? The one question I got for you guys off the top is Boston, because they got the record, they got into the playoffs, they kind of pull back on the reins. Are they setting themselves up for disaster in the playoffs? By not keep pushing it and doing what they was doing, not even pulled off. Like last night, they had 6 players, 6 of they main players didn't play.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
But
health
blame
is
them.
important for them. Health is real important.
I get the health thing, but the players haven't been playing like they played all year long.
They've been momentum. You say
No,
momentum.
they 15 games up.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing, man. Here's the thing, and I know where you're going with it. They need a rrhythm. I get all that. They about to get a whole week off.
I'm not saying who was right or wrong. I'm not saying who was right or wrong. But momentum. Chuck said it the other day, man, that he wished when he was with Houston that they didn't take.
No, he didn't say that. Nope. He said Phoenix.
Yeah,
he said they had said they had the number 1 record, right? Clearly, they had home court advantage. He said they shut it down 2 weeks before the season ended. He said that's where they tripped. Cause remember, the Lakers is up 2-0 on them in first round.
Yeah,
I remember.
So he said they shut it out. They shut it down 2 weeks. Now Boston doing it the last couple games. I have absolutely no problem with that.
It ain't.
You need Tatum, Brown.
It's been 3 weeks,
Porzingis.
man. Have you been? I've been watching the NBA the last 3 weeks, man. They haven't been balling, bro. They've been losing the teams that they shouldn't lose to.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but you also looking at the difference in teams that are still jockeying for a position, a team that's been locked in for weeks. You know what I mean? So that you definitely gonna get. So I'm not surprised at the losses just because these other teams are really, really playing for something. The thing with Boston though, but Boston they gotta get their head off their shoulders and stop thinking they're a great team and like be a great team, because right now the limit for them is championship. They're a championship or bust team. Now, we've seen the great teams, the great Bulls teams, great Lakers teams. We've seen those great teams, the Golden State teams. Are they that? And do they think they that? Do they think they that now? That's the question you got to ask yourself. And that's going to come down.
You ain't won nothing.
Right, you ain't won nothing. But luckily, you got like the Drew Holidays. I don't know how much of a vocal leader he is. Won the championship with Milwaukee, kind of plays that lead role. Hopefully somebody does. But yeah, sometimes they do kind of come off like they are already that squad. Like we are already that dynasty in the making. You got to prove it first. And you're right.
That's why they give up leads like that.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. They championship or bust, bro.
Yeah, definitely championship bust. With Porzingis, they championship. I mean, they rostered Derek White. I mean, top to bottom, they got a nice bench. I mean, Boston, they loaded. But prove it first before you start walking around with that swagger. Before you got your shoulders up, you got to win it first, player, and then start doing that.
That's basically what Shaq said.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't. If I'm Boston tomorrow, I wouldn't play nobody. Everybody that want an opportunity to see who we roll with, because you can't have a 15-man playoff roster.
Right.
I mean playoff rotation rather. So I want to see who can I trust in the playoffs. Even though I don't trust Mazzulla. But that's neither here nor there. The man looked
Well,
lost. He
I
looks
agree
lost.
with you on that.
But I'm gonna see what bench player can I grab in a crucial situation, right? Is it Pritchard? Is it Hauser, the guy that shoots threes? Is it the backup from Memphis that came from Memphis that backs up Porzingis when he ain't there? Or Horford ain't? Like I want to see who can I trust.
What's the rotation?
So tomorrow I'm not playing nobody if I'm Boston. None of them.
But
Well,
none of my starting
that
players.
falls under the NBA rule of competitive advantage. I mean, like you got to be competitive. Like, so where do you draw the line? I get the point where injury, but also by the same token, you got other teams who are fighting for playoff spots and have Boston once or twice in the final, 4, 6, 7, 8 game, whatever, you know what I mean? As opposed to somebody else, and you're going to sit people. I mean,
I'll play Drew Holiday. I'll play Drew Holiday. I'll play White. I'll run Horford just so he won't stiffen up. But Porzingis, Tatum, Brown, they're not playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
NBA can't stop me from doing that. Hell, they didn't gave you 80 games.
No, they can't. They can't. They'll send you a memo, but they can't stop you from doing it. No. They'll highly suggest, but they can't stop you.
Because Porzingis is a right step from being out for 6 weeks.
Right, so he for damn sure ain't playing.
He'll come off the bench and do something.
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna get
off.
Right.
I'm gonna give Tatum and Brown. I'm gonna give Tatum and Brown some rest too. Like you gonna need them, bro. Like I'm gonna give Tatum. Remember Game 7 last year? Tatum sprained his ankle. I mean, I know it can happen, but I'm just saying.
You wouldn't get him. You wouldn't have him play in one quarter and then boom, you're out. Then go take a shower.
Nope. Okay. I'll play. Like I say,
let them pull LeBron.
Holiday will play. White will play. Horford will play. Hauser will play. I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I got it wrapped up. I'm up 15 games
on the bench.
Yeah, but who are they playing and what are they? Who are they playing and what does that team have?
Who do they play?
What do they have at stake? Because
good question.
If they need to win. And whoever their opponent is needs to win, and their opponent is vying it out.
They play the Wizards with
somebody.
Oh, it's the Wizards. Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know what?
If it's the Wizards, I'll play my G League affiliated squad.
Matter of fact, Kev. Matter of fact, Kev, you got the green hoodie on. Fly down there and get you some shots up.
I was about to say, you don't want to have a raffle.
You dress for it.
We'll know. Hey, have security at the card like, hey, you look like you ball. Come on and get some time today.
You're the winner.
You get some time today.
I just need one check. Just give me a one. I ain't even asking for a 10-day. Give me a 1-day check. I'm good.
Get you some shots up, Kevo.
I'm gonna let it fly, baby.
Kevo put up 30 shots.
Let it fly, baby. What I got to lose?
I'll make it rain. I'll make it rain.
Hey, that Eminem, lose yourself in the moment, baby. Just go crazy.
In the moment.
Out there, go crazy.
So out in the East.
He had been in the bathroom throwing up like Eminem on. Hey, man.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. Y'all think dude with the Nets put it up. Man, I'll be out there letting it ride, baby.
Hey, listen. Boston is clearly number 1 in the East. Does Milwaukee, New York, Cleveland have a chance, or is there a sleeper that's in the play-in that can make that run that can challenge Boston right now? Because Milwaukee has a problem, and I'll say that's starting with the coach. Period. I ain't even gonna get no more into that. New York, they are
still blaming it on Doc.
They missing they big and Randall. That's gonna be crucial. Their guards are playing, and Brunson is lights out right now, but is Embiid healthy enough for a run to the Eastern?
That's going to be the whole key. That's going to be the whole key. Because think about it, y'all.
Because he's clearly not in shape.
If it stay like it is, Philadelphia plays Miami in the 7-8 game. I think right now it's at Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But regardless, if Embiid can give you that go, they'll win that game.
Philly
now they play Milwaukee first round of the playoffs. So we're gonna see if Embiid healthy or not, because he's gonna have to step right into it. So now I don't know if he's on a minute restriction but then on the flip, we don't know how healthy Giannis is.
That is true.
That's gonna be an intriguing series. If anybody,
Giannis probably gonna miss the first round. They definitely got to be careful with that injury. You got to be careful with that injury. You can't bring him back too fast. He needs to sit the first round without.
But they said Kevin Durant had the same injury, and as soon as he got back, he popped his Achilles.
Exactly. That's what
like
I'm
it's
saying.
the same like calf
that
muscle
exact
that
same
leads to
injury,
your
right.
Achilles.
And
And you
remember
all
Kev?
season long. And remember, Kev, when we was watching that when Durant first went down before he popped the Achilles, he grabbed the bottom of the calf. So that ain't just a regular calf strain. He grabbed that bottom of it. So, like you said, that Achilles
So did Giannis.
is next, right? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same. He had the exact same injury, and he sat a month.
Yeah.
And came back first game and popped.
Yeah.
I think they said Achilles with a touch of sciatica. I mean, no, not you. That's you, Lefty. My bad.
And what the Achilles got to do with a back?
Wow.
To tell you ain't pay attention in biology class. You back there
Hey,
chewing erases, eating
I just
graham
want to make
crackers.
sure you was listening. I want to make sure you was listening.
Touch of sciatica. Ain't that some shit? No, Giannis definitely should miss the first round. Now we'll see how they struggle. What type
they're gonna sit them if they play Philly.
That's what I'm saying. Can you? And
two teams that can tire.
That's tough.
They can't win a series, but they can extend a series. That's Orlando and Indiana can make a series long and tire people out.
Indiana don't play no defense though.
Indiana,
you know what? Orlando over Indiana. I give you Orlando, but Indiana don't play no defense. All that chucking up shots, it ain't gonna work for them.
Yeah, me and Lefty agree on that. I thought it was Indiana, but if you ever watch Indiana, bro, like it's just Olay, dog. Mm-hmm. It's Olay. If they hitting their threes, they fun to watch. It's cool. But in a 7-game series, you could just sit back and be like, you know what? Let's exploit this matchup. He gonna do this. He gonna let you blow by him. Like you can figure out Indiana.
Yeah, but you can't let Indiana steal a game and extend a series. You got to go ahead and sweep them.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to get 1 or 2 games.
Now, Orlando, I mean, Banchero, people sleep on him, man. He is a baller.
Ain't nobody talking about that.
Orlando about to vet away, man. They need a vet.
Yeah.
They need like a vet shooter, let's say, or like a, you know what I mean? Like they like a vet piece away. And a contender.
And let's face it, this year their inexperience is gonna play their inexperience is gonna show.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna get exposed right away. But I think they can give they could take a team 6. They could take a team 6, maybe even 7.
That's what I'm saying.
They got enough talent.
That's extending.
Yeah, they got enough talent.
And now you got to go into the second round. You're not as fresh.
Yeah.
Now when you go, everything is scheduled. So if you go on 6 games and God forbid if it went 7, now you coming right into the second round playing again, and it's like, man, you ain't get time to breathe. You ain't get time to rest up. You can't let teams like Orlando, Indy take you there.
I don't trust Cleveland. I'm gonna leave Cleveland out because I don't trust them. A team that's fully healthy that would have scared everybody would have been New York. Yeah. Fully healthy, they would have scared everybody.
Out here. He's been waiting to hear New York's name. So,
but the only thing about the Knicks is this: if y'all think a playoff team, regardless who they play, and I think ain't it Cleveland right? Who they play? Cleveland right now?
What they at? They 4 now?
They 3
and 4. 3 and
New
4
York
play.
Is 3. No, 3 play 6.
Yeah, 4 play 5.
So Indiana, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but New York, the typical Tibbs team, great defensive team. They play hella defense. That don't get talked about enough with New York. So yeah, they definitely should get past the first round easy. But if it's whoever they go with that next round, whether it's Boston or whoever, they can take them 7. they can definitely take you 7.
I don't think so, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you why. They're gonna get past Indiana because Indiana plays no D, and they ain't got sense enough to get the ball out of Brunson's hands. But when they run into, let's say they run into Boston second round. Boston, first of all, Jrue Holiday can guard Brunson 1-on-1.
Well, are they 3 or 2? They 3 or 4? What is New York?
They 3 right now.
New York is 3.
So they wouldn't get Boston second round. They would get the 2 seed, whoever the 2-7 is, right?
Oh, they would get Milwaukee. Well, Milwaukee or
They
Philly.
get Milwaukee.
That'll be Milwaukee. Yeah, that'll be
And
Milwaukee.
Dame can't guard water.
He never could.
Well, that's true. But
He never could.
there's no veteran team that's going to sit back and let Jalen Brunson clear the floor, spread out everybody, and let him go one-on-one for the entire game. No playoff team will have sense enough to do that. So when you get the ball out of Brunson's hands, now what? Like OG is really not a scorer. Not the Villanova gang, as I call them, they can hit threes. But when they literally run at Brunson as soon as he come over half court and take the ball literally out his hands, what do New York do?
Hey, Kevin D. Louder, if they go into the second round against Milwaukee, that's all I got to say. I'm going in on Doc if he let Brunson go wild.
Doc has sense enough and been in the league long enough to know, kill the head of the snake.
You got to do this.
Get the ball out of his hand.
You got to do this.
Because they don't, without Holiday, they don't have a one-on-one person that can guard him.
Exactly.
But it has to be a team defensive thing for you got to get the ball. Dude, if you watch New York, they spread it out and Brunson literally goes one-on-one the entire game. The entire game. What coach don't sit there and let you do that and beat them?
Doc?
Well, let's see it. Let's see it.
They'll get past Indiana, but they're not getting past the second round.
If the coach is gonna do it, it's
I'm actually without Giannis though. I think the Knicks could beat Milwaukee without Giannis. If Milwaukee get past the first round. If Milwaukee can get out the first round, depending on who they get.
Yeah.
It's gonna would y'all agree with this? Let's say they go by your logic, Lefty. And they say, Giannis, you absolutely not playing the first round. Team, we got to step up. And they run into Philly. Philly wins that 7-8 game. They run into Philly.
More than likely they out. More than likely they out.
So you think Philly will beat them?
Without Giannis, definitely. Philly a dog walking. Yes.
They got it. Well, okay, let's go off this. They got to steal one in Milwaukee. Let's agree with that.
Yeah.
And they got to win their home games to pull it off.
Yeah, I think they can do it.
Hey, Silk, real talk. No bullshit.
They got a good
If New York
pass,
was fully healthy, I think they could do it. But without Randall, they're gonna miss that 20 points, 11 boards. I think it's just to me, man. Like I watched the Knicks.
To the birthday girl.
No. Happy birthday, no.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Silk, there's no team that's going to sit back and just literally watch Brunson go one-on-one an entire series and not run and get the ball out of his hands. I'm not saying he's not going to score. But what I'm saying is, if you think he's going to go one-on-one and average 30, then 40 points a game, and people going to just sit back in a 7-game series and let him do it, no.
Silk, it's
not in the playoffs.
It's not far-fetched.
Not in the playoffs.
I wouldn't rule it out completely because of the path.
Somebody else got to beat me, man.
Because they got a good path. They path is pretty good. You get a really not 100%. You either in the second round, you'll get Indiana first round. Second round, you're gonna get a not completely healthy Milwaukee or not completely healthy Philly because Embiid ain't 100%. So it's not far-fetched to think they can't get to Eastern Conference Finals. It's not.
Not without Randall.
And I get it. New York's not. But New York's been without Randall for a while. I know Philly been without Embiid for a while too.
Right. But that's regular season ball. I'm talking about playoff basketball. You're not going to just let Brunson go one-on-one an entire game and not get the ball out of his hand.
Look at this too, though. The Knicks are one of the top defensive teams. They play typical Tibbs teams. They play defense.
No, they play deep. No. I'm not saying that. They play deep.
Hey, Kev, I got one name for you. Hardenstein for New York has been balling in the absence of Randall.
Yeah.
They need all hands on deck. They need Bogdanovich, whatever his name is, to shoot like they brought you there to do. Yeah. OG can play D. He can score a little bit. He give you about 15 or something, right? Vincenzo, like they need all hands on deck, bro.
Yeah.
If they'd had Randall, I would agree with you. They could do it.
Eastern Conference playoffs is not far-fetched. It's not.
Put it like this: it's gonna be some hellified games. I tell you that.
Yeah, it's not. Now, if they would have ran the Boston second round, I'd be like, but if they like an unhealthy Milwaukee and Philly, not quite 100%, but that means superstars. Like they superstars aren't healthy. New York got a shot. And Josh Hart, yeah, Silk, you're right. People forgetting about Josh Hart. And New York
Josh Hart.
New York gonna be a problem. New York's gonna be a problem in the East.
They balling. I ain't taking nothing away from them. I just think that there's no way. Like if I'm a coach, bro, I'm not sitting back in a 7-game series just letting New York spread the floor and let Brunson go one-on-one the entire game. Like I'm not doing that. Somebody else got to beat me.
This when the stars
Somebody else
shine.
got to beat me.
You figure it out when the stars shine, baby.
All right, and he done dropped 40 in the last 4
Yeah, in the regular season.
Dropped 40.
Yeah. This is when
He's not going one-on-one playing against me in the playoffs. Not doing that. Somebody else gonna beat me.
Yeah, but sometimes the problem with that is, you taking the ball out his hand and everybody else start getting that confidence in they shot. Then you
we gonna see game 1 then.
Right.
We're gonna see.
That is something that you have to worry about because if they start getting hot, now you got to restructure your game plan. Okay, we got to shut them down, and we might just have to say, let Brunson get his, and we shut everybody else down.
Right. That's probably a better strategy than running everybody around trying to take the ball out of Brunson's hand. So that could be, and you wear them out for the offensive side too. If everybody doubling and trying to press up on Brunson, what's gonna happen on the other end? Especially Milwaukee with Dame don't play defense no damn way.
Who's the guy that can hurt you?
We're definitely gonna test.
That's the question.
Josh Hart.
Who's the guy that you could that
Josh Hart is not a 20. Josh Hart, they play well off Brunson. I'm not saying they don't. Vincenzo having a career year. They gonna have to get that man a raise.
Or do they have a couple of guys that can feed off him? Like maybe you don't need 20 off of one.
Right.
Maybe if you get 15, maybe if you get 12 off of one, 8 off another, 15 off another.
Yep.
Who are the guys
That's what they're doing now?
The key, Kev, you said his name earlier is Bogdanovich. He has to be lights out.
Yes. You're gonna have to.
But what Sean is saying, you don't have to have one person. Don't have to score 20 or 30. Like you said, if you're getting 12 here, 15 here, 16 here, when you got 5 or 6 players in double figures, and that's what I'm saying. You don't want everybody else to get high. Let's take it back. Jordan scored 63 against Boston. You lost. So let that one person go and get yours. Do you get it all? Lock everybody else in and make them play defense on the other end.
I'm just saying I'm not letting no one dude beat me, and that's what teams are doing right now.
Yeah, but in a series though, I mean, like you say, if you're gonna average 40 and still lose, what's the big deal?
Right.
But also adjustments that be made every game, which might even be every quarter. So what?
And that's the thing in the NBA playoffs. You spot on. Adjustments.
That's my
key.
So let me say this. That's my strategy going into game 1. Now, if it backfires on me, if Vincenzo got 30 and OG got 20, and you know what I mean? Okay, let's go back to the drawing board
with a different game plan then.
But initially, I'm not letting Brunson beat me, dog. I'm not.
So you don't want to let him score 50 and everybody else locked down, or are you going to take the ball out of his hands? Because how good of an assist as a facilitator is Brunson? Because you have to understand at this stage of the game, you know who the hell you are, Jalen Brunson. You know who the freak you are.
No, he averages about 9 assists.
Okay, well, if he's averaging 9 assists, that's another story.
No, he's up about 9, 10 assists. He's getting his assists. I'm not saying he don't pass the ball. He's getting his assists. Yeah, about 9, 10 assists.
Wouldn't it be better then to make sure that you don't? That you let him go ham and you lock everybody else down because you ain't worried about anybody else, and he can't score 95 points, can he? You know what I mean?
Right.
The man averaging 30 and 40 every night, and quiet as kept. They're barely winning those games.
Basketball teams don't.
Every game is a close game. He'll come out with 30 or 40, but every game is like a 3, 4, 5 point game.
So that's why you lock down everybody else,
right? Because would a better strategy be? Especially because of the playoff schedule, which is damn near every other day, let him wear himself out.
Bingo. That's why you lock everybody else out, and he's got to go one-on-one.
Well,
you literally.
Well, Tibbs gonna wear you out. Everybody did after
Hey,
anyway.
Tibbs want to play him tonight, but they ain't got no game.
Hey,
I heard he
they got
scheduled
a
a game against their
hardcore
G
practice.
League team.
They in a
They got a
hardcore
game against their
practice
G
right
League
now.
team.
Yeah.
They in a
2.5
hardcore practice right now, Kevo.
2.5-hour practice and then a game against their G League team.
Right.
Hard.
I need to get.
It ain't a walkthrough. Y'all gonna sweat.
They got an inter team scrimmage right now going in with referees and all.
They doing full sprints, less than 24 hours before the tip off.
After practice.
Suicides on the line. Everybody on the line. Ooh, we play tomorrow.
On
Right.
the line.
On the
We ain't
line.
gonna do no walkthrough or nothing.
Right.
Yep, your
Right.
walkthrough is
We ain't
suicide
got no
on the
film.
line.
We ain't got no film today.
Right.
Yep, your film is on the line.
Hey.
That's answered every question.
Typical Tibbs.
New York, if they was fully healthy, dog, I would say they can get to the Eastern Conference Finals. If they was fully healthy, I would say that. Ain't no other team. Because hey man, we really don't know. We really don't know how healthy Embiid is, man. Is he ready for 7-game series like that? He only played what 2-3 games leading in.
Yeah, like I said, that playoff schedule is every other day. Damn.
Well,
Yeah,
You make it
plus
2
travel.
days. Plus travel, yeah.
It's his health and his stamina. Because in them 3 games that he played, man, he was sucking wind by the middle of the second quarter.
Exactly.
So
do you lock
hopefully-
everybody else down and just throw a whole bunch of different guys at them then? Like you can use you could use 16, 12, 18 fouls on old boy. All right, just keep a different body on him, different body on him, different body on him, different body on him. No,
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to talk about Brunson. My bad.
Oh, Brunson.
Same with
Yeah.
but either one though. I mean, definitely with Embiid, I would work him. I definitely make his big ass move around a whole lot. I'm gonna test that. I'm testing that knee out.
So let's talk about the Western Conference, man. Now that's a gauntlet. Because as you see, the teams that's in the play-in, if they was out east, they'd be in the playoffs.
Hell, 3 seed.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you
So,
got teams that's 11 and 10 games over 500, fighting for 7, 8, and 9, bro. And 10. That's crazy.
How strong the West is, man. Because
Yeah.
nobody knew that OKC and Minnesota was gonna be 1, 2, and 3 all year long.
Credit to them for holding on.
Yeah.
Even though Denver basically blew it last night. Denver blew it.
Yeah.
They had a oop with San Antonio and missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And come to find out, y'all, let's say they all 3 win tomorrow. OKC gets it. They got the tiebreaker with both of them.
Yeah.
So Denver
right now
blew.
they sitting at the top. And now, one thing that I gotta mention, because they was talking about it the other night, the MVP race, and they were Van Gundy was talking about his top 3. And I've seriously got a problem that you don't have Jason Tatum in that top 3 conversation. I don't care what nobody say. They are the number 1 team, number 1 record. He balling with like 27 a game. I mean, you got to put this man in the running, and his name is never mentioned.
Who would you take out?
He hasn't been standout like that though, bro.
Yeah. Who would you take out of that?
What stand out?
That conversation.
27, 8, and 6. Come on.
But you
What's not stand out about that?
But compare him to Luka, Joker, and who's the third? Ain't Brunson in the conversation too?
Of course he is.
Yeah, it should be Brunson, Luka, and Joker should be the top 3. Who would you take out for Tatum?
Now, say before SGA got hurt, he was up there too.
Yeah, SGA was up there too. So which one? You take
out
Brunson out?
Yeah.
Brunson damn near
Can't take Brunson out
of that equation. Talking about MVP.
Come on, bro.
For the whole year, man, not just the last couple weeks.
Come on, man. Come on.
Boston they have ruled, and you take Tatum away from Boston, they are not the number 1 team.
They got a
great number 1 team.
You know what they're gonna do, Ben?
That lineup, they are not the number 1 team all year long.
They will still win games, Ben. They will still win games. Let Brunson get hurt and see what happens.
The Knicks don't even get in the play-in without Brunson. And
Right.
the Boston is good enough. They'll probably at least still be a 4 seed at the lowest without Tatum. They're that good. They're that good.
No,
Yes,
they would not, man.
Yes, they
Take
would.
SGA off OKC and see what happens.
You telling me Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, Drew Holiday? You telling me they couldn't be a top 4 seed in the East?
They'll be fighting in the play-in.
Are you high?
What?
Jaylen Brown turns the ball over more than Kev did during his career.
Boy, take
now watch him out. Now watch him out.
Add some more coffee to your bourbon you drinking, because I know it ain't that much coffee in your cup. Clearly, from the way you talk.
Jason Tatum is going to get hurt because of his team.
Put some more, add some coffee to your
team that he has around him, man. You take SGA off OKC, see what happens. Take Brunson off the Knicks, see what happens. Hell, take Luka off Dallas, see what happens. Like, come on now.
Even though Kyrie is balling.
Hold on.
Kyrie is balling.
Hold on.
Yeah, Kyrie balling, but Kyrie can't carry a team. You know that, and I know that.
Right.
So you trying to tell me if you take off Joker off Denver, they couldn't be a 4 seed?
Not in the West.
5, 6.
In the West? Never.
With the team that they got.
Hold on. Let's repeat that. Take Joker off Denver.
Yeah. They're still going to win some game.
There ain't going to be no 4 seed in the West. Not without Joker. There ain't no top 4 team without. Come on, man.
They got Joker now and they 3.
Right. Come on,
man. Brandon, I'm gonna tell you what your logic is. Because Tatum is on the number 1 team, that's all-star talk. That means they should have representatives on the all-star team because they got the best record. It should be multiple players going to the all-star game. As far as MVP, nah, dog.
Like you cannot take none of those top 3 out and replace them with Tatum. I don't agree with that. I don't.
Well, I guess we're gonna agree to disagree on this.
We agree to disagree.
I think you take Tatum off Boston and they fighting for a play-in spot.
They're not that bad, bro.
Maybe in the West, not in the East, though. Definitely not in the East.
So we talking about the West now. Now, Minnesota, they don't have Big Cat.
No, he came back last night.
Came back.
He played last night.
He ain't in shape, bro. He not.
I mean, yeah, but you know. Yeah.
So
he's
the same as Embiid right now.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
He's the same as Embiid.
I give you that.
You know, a lot of teams are high on them because everybody like the show that Ant-Man puts on.
And he does do that.
Yeah, those are facts.
He does do that.
Do they have enough in the tank? And since Denver is the goal to knock off OKC, Denver, the Clippers, Dallas.
Well,
if the Lakers get on the run, they big enough? Are they better enough to knock off one of them teams?
Well, let's not jump to the top yet. Get Minnesota and OKC because they're gonna end up facing either Phoenix, Lakers, Golden State, one of those veteran-laden teams. You know what I mean? They're gonna end up running them in the first round. Now that's a question there. They have a little playoff experience, and they haven't won a playoff series. They didn't win a playoff series last year. No, they won when they beat Memphis. No. I gotta remember my history. They don't have.
They lost to Denver.
Right. So they don't have So let's start there first before we jump to Denver. You know,
all right.
Because the higher seasons, them lower seasons, gonna be some hella matchups in the West.
So the play-in consists of Phoenix, LA, Sacramento, and Golden State. All tough teams in the first round.
Yes.
If you run into any of those 4 in the first round, you might as well say you could be going 7 games.
Or out in the first round. Because I think because the Lakers have played OKC well all year. Like I get it. AD dominates. They don't have nobody. I know big Holmgren. He can't guard AD to save his life. But
that's why I want the Lakers to stay at 8, play Phoenix, beat Phoenix, and they get number 7, and they play number 2 OKC.
No, 2 will be Minnesota.
2 will be Minnesota.
If it stays how it stands now.
If it stays how it is now, OKC is 1, Minnesota.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Y'all right. Okay, so you got number one. My bad.
So
Yeah.
I don't think y'all want to run into Minnesota in the first round, Kevo.
Why not?
They big.
The only team I fear is Denver. Now they got the size for the Lakers, true. That you right. But
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert, like I've watched Rudy Gobert in the playoffs. In every playoff series, some kind of way he gets taken out. They'll have a dude, they'll put a dude that can stretch the floor, and Gobert got to come out that paint. Cat can guard people on the perimeter. Rudy Gobert can't.
Yeah, but I think OKC is a better matchup for the Lakers if we're talking LA than Minnesota.
Yeah, it'd be tougher versus
I
Minnesota.
think it's
Yeah,
tough.
it'd be tougher.
And even if it's Phoenix, you know, that's gonna be tough. Just because you got Durant and Booker, like they gonna.
I think the Lakers will beat Phoenix. I hope it stay like it is. They'll play Phoenix right now. I think they'll beat Phoenix.
Well, up to 7.
You got to understand, if they big three get hot for that one game.
We've been saying that all year, bro.
But Bradley Beal ain't been hot yet, so he ain't.
Bradley Beal he don't know where if you watch them,
Right.
dog.
He don't know where he fit. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
You don't because
that's
Booker shoot whenever he want.
That's the situation.
He
should be coming off the bench. Beal should run the second team.
He should.
I agree with that.
He really got him running the point.
He'll get his shot. He'll get his shot.
Yeah, they got him running the point, and that kind of throws his game off because he's more, I'm gonna move without the ball, get the ball, and get you buckets.
Right.
And he kind of does get his shots when Booker is off the floor. Like Durant can play with anybody. Like Durant is not a gun, but he can play with anybody. When Booker gets on that floor, clearly it's Booker's team. He can shoot when he want. Like don't nobody say nothing. Like Grayson Allen just spot up and wait on the ball. A key is Royce O'Neal.
Yeah.
Royce O'Neal just spots up, plays D. But when you need him to hit a 3, he'll hit a 3. Grayson Allen, need him to hit a 3, he'll hit a 3. But the key with Phoenix is going to be Nurkic. He got to run into either Minnesota size. He got to run into the Lakers size. He got to run into the Joker. Like that's going to be key.
But the good thing with that, you're not expecting 15 points from Nurkic. Not on that team. Just be a big body.
He got to stay out of foul trouble though.
You want him in big body. Rebound.
Yep.
Make people adjust their shots.
Mm-hmm. That's his role.
AD, Joker, limit him as much as he possibly can. That's all you ask for him.
Yeah. You're not expecting nothing big out of him. I don't think he's a key. But I mean, if he gets in foul trouble, they're in trouble because then they get small.
Exactly.
I mean, other than Bo.
So where do we put Sacramento at, man? Do they got a chance to be in the playoffs? Because as the season has gone, they have gone like this towards the second half of the season.
And
they're moving like this.
No, they missed a shooter Horder. Horder, whatever his name is.
And
they missed Malik Monk.
You still got to play. You got to play the game.
Right, but they missing 2 starters, bro. They missing Malik. They missed Malik Monk.
Yeah.
They miss the Horder dude. Like they clearly missing 2 starters. And I thought what's her name was at the point where he was just gonna, all out.
Who, Fox? Yeah,
but he don't.
He tailed off.
Yeah,
he's definitely tailed off. Yeah. He's tailed off a little bit. He could be wearing down. I mean, he plays at such a fast pace. He doesn't have a in between. He's just full like Westbrook. He just full just go. Right. Mm-hmm. So he could be, and like we said again, that playoff schedule, you playing every other day, trying to play at that tempo, could wear down on him. So Sacramento's in trouble.
So as of today, Sacramento plays Golden State. The Lakers play Phoenix going into tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now Phoenix plays Minnesota.
When, tonight?
Tomorrow. Like everybody play tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody's off tonight. There's no games tonight, right? Tomorrow.
So Minnesota plays Phoenix. Golden State plays, I think, like Utah or somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
Lakers play New Orleans. And Sacramento plays. Damn, I just had it. Damn it. Somebody good. Is it OKC? They play somebody good.
Let's see.
And the problem is those teams, those top seeds are playing for something, so ain't gonna be no sit down. They playing for that
Right.
one seed.
No, they all
So
got to play. Yeah, they all
everybody's
got to play.
playing.
The Nuggets got the Grizz. Suns got the Timberwolves. Lakers got the Pelicans. Mavs got the Thunder.
Oh, the Mavs got the Thunder.
Now the Mavs
Yeah.
locked in though. I think the Mavs
Yeah,
locked in at 5.
them and the Clippers locked in 4-5. So I don't know if
Yeah,
they gonna, you know.
They might not play their people.
The Kings play the Blazers, and you know the Blazers, and they not in it, so they just trying to play spoiler.
Oh, they'll beat the Blazers.
Clippers and the Rockets. Rockets just gonna play spoiler if they can, you know.
Clippers probably won't play nobody. I think the 4 and 5 is locked.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Yeah,
gonna. By the
Clippers,
way,
man.
that's gonna be a
That's gonna
series,
be a
man.
hell of a series. I can't.
'Cause
I'm
you know-
looking forward to that one.
Luka, they better get Kawhi back because Luka owns the Clippers.
Woo.
Owns them.
Kawhi Luka series. Let's get to it.
Is he supposed to be back? Like I ain't heard nothing.
He
Guess
back.
what?
He gonna be back. He playing.
Kev, you spot on. When Lucas see the Clippers,
Antennas just go up.
everything just goes right light for him because he just gives it to them and
Gives
lets
it to
him.
them, bro.
Let them know it every time he get a bucket.
With Kawhi.
No matter who they put on them, Kawhi, Paul George, it don't matter.
Don't matter.
It don't matter.
Bring them. Your turn. Bam.
Right.
Your turn.
Who up next?
Bam.
Who next?
Giving it to
And
him.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Everybody talked about Kyrie, and Kyrie ain't did nothing but ball out this year.
And he didn't go to his sister's
No
birthday
doubt.
party, Kev. He didn't go to his sister's
He
birthday
didn't go to no
party.
parties.
He did not.
Kev.
He did not.
He eat his Jello and pudding on the bench during Ramadan. He just balling.
And you know what it is, man? Kyrie, he has not looked this focused since Cleveland. To me, he's focused. It's no outside distractions. You ain't
Nothing.
heard his name and nothing. Like that's when he's dangerous. And
Did y'all know he just got $1 million for when Dallas reached 50 wins? He just got an extra $1 million.
Yeah.
Well, he looks completely focused, and he's in a perfect role as Robin to Luka. It's a perfect role for him. And that trade Dallas made at the deadline for Gafford and
you and I talked about that, Lefty. That was huge.
That's big.
Huge.
Because that was their problem.
PJ, whatever his name is.
Yeah, because that was their problem.
Washington and the other
and
cat.
Gafford, and Big Gafford.
Gafford.
Yeah.
Because size was their big issue. Size was a huge issue for them.
Now I'm gonna tell you right now, one of the greatest shots of the season was Kyrie with the left hand floater from about 19 feet.
Well,
yeah, for game.
Yeah, but let's face it, any shot from the left hand is great. I mean, let's just be.
Oh man, we don't see left hand flying hooks every day.
I mean, exactly. But I'm just saying, any shot from a lefty is.
Come on, man.
It's a great shot. Let's just.
Come on, man.
Don't be like that.
You hear this, Kev?
I mean, I'm just saying. It's a great
shot. He got like we see left hand flying hooks, floaters on the free throw line every game.
I wasn't even free throw line. He was just inside the 3, Kev. He was at the top of the key. He was at the top of the key and called it game.
Right.
With a man on him.
You
just got to shake his hand on that, dog.
Yeah.
That's a shot that's a shot you work on when you're on the court by yourself messing around. That's the type of shot you work on there.
That's the one you in the backyard.
That's a horse shot.
By yourself. You by yourself. Come out 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be some good games, man.
I think the matchups are gonna be some hella matchups, man.
I can tell you right now, I'm going on record. Whoever reaches the Western Conference Finals, will be tired going into that series. The West is a gauntlet. The West is a gauntlet.
Man, just think of how much of a gauntlet it is. It ain't no possibility. Either Steph, LeBron, AD, Booker, Durant are not going to be in the playoffs. One of that name of stars, like are there 3 groups, and somebody ain't going to be in. And the NBA kind of hates that. somebody going on. All three of them can't make it, man. So
Somebody going pitching.
yeah, early.
Before the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they what you used to take care, they going to Cabo.
Cabo.
Hey,
1,
and
2,
also,
3, Cancun, baby.
and
baby.
also, let me say for the NBA, man, to see these young teams coming up that have been bad all these years is a great look for them. OKC, Orlando, Minnesota, we kind of saw them trending, but OKC just blew up. It's good to see those cats and not just making it, not just barely getting in. They at the top of their conferences, man. So that's good shit for the NBA. That's a damn good look for the NBA.
But it's time for them to shine now. It's the playoffs.
We're getting to see some new young stars, Panchero. We knew SGA was always that dude.
I'm gonna be honest. I was asleep on SGA, man. I didn't think SGA was. He having an MVP year, man.
He caught my attention last year, though.
Last year, I was like, okay, can he do it again this year? And this year was even better than last year.
Yeah.
So it was just like,
and if they can ever get Chet to the 4, they get a big and move Chet to the 4.
Yeah.
OKC is an issue.
And Chet been balling, man.
Yeah, Chet been doing his thing.
Chet doing his thing.
They need to give him a 5 so you can put him at the 4, though.
Right. Giddy.
You can't put him up against Joker and Rudy Gobert and he needs a 5, dog.
Right. If he had a 5,
he needs
but yeah, shout out to those young teams, man. That made that jump. That's what's up. We seeing the next young group of young stars shining.
The Pelicans. What's y'all thoughts on them? They right in the middle at 6.
And CJ is balling.
It's not locked though. Like if the Lakers beat them tomorrow and Phoenix wins, Phoenix gonna get to 6. So it ain't locked.
Yeah, they could end up playing.
Yeah, but when you look at their roster, it's a roster that you don't want to see in the first round because they could get you.
Oh yeah, New Orleans got talent. It's a lot of talent over there.
I think they tripping though. They playing Brandon Ingram tomorrow. I wouldn't do that. I'll let this team ride out. We in the playoffs, bro. I need you first round. I don't need you come in throwing off the rhythm. Like we got a whole week of practice to get you back.
The thing is, they want that 6 seed. They don't want to.
They don't want to play. Right. They want that 6.
Yeah,
but they don't want to fall to that. They want that 6.
Are you ready though, bro? Like you coming off injury, bro, in a crucial like a do or die game to get number 6. Like,
first of all,
I don't know, man. I don't know if I do that.
He got to get his shots up. Ingram ain't saw a shot he ain't never liked. He got to get it back in.
I was about to say, man, he gonna do that. He gonna get his shots up.
No, he gonna get them up.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
But I can't take a game, man, for you to get your rhythm and we trying to win the game. You know what I mean? Like we need this game for number 6, bro. So we ain't got to do the play-in. We can get a week off. Yeah. I can't have you come in trying to get your shot and get your rhythm, and we trying to win the game. Like I would sit him, dog. I would sit him. And if you was gonna play him, you should have played him last night. He could have got a game in, and now he comes in 2 days later. And now he got a little rhythm. You gonna put him back in tomorrow? Man ain't playing the month. At least they gave him 3-4 games.
Yeah. But the way CJ playing New Orleans is with or without BI. If CJ
that other cat be hitting threes. The tall
what's his name? I know you're talking about. Yeah, he been. Yeah, that's what he said, man. It's matchups, man. It's a gauntlet, dude. This is a gauntlet. This
gauntlet.
Yeah, great. The West is so
strong.
Kevo, who is your sleeper that could do major damage in the East and the West? If you're gonna pick a team,
like I say, in the East, it would have been the Knicks. I just don't think they could do it without Randall, man. And I don't see Jalen Brunson going 1-on-1 for the entire playoff series. Like I don't see that. So, having said that, I'm gonna go with Philly in the East.
That's a
I'm gonna
good
go
pick.
Philly.
Good pick.
And in the West, man, you know who I'm going with, man. That ain't biased. That's just if
The
hey,
fact
look,
that
man.
you had to say that statement before you finna say the team, it
Hey,
is.
man.
Well, he just
I'm
look.
not saying a repeat from last year. I'm not saying that's definite because it's gonna be harder this year than it was last year. It's all about matchups, like the money saying. I get it. I'm not counting AD and LeBron out, man. I'm not.
Yeah,
Especially if they stay at 8 and they
All
only got
right,
to play
Lefty.
one game as opposed to 2. I'm not.
I'm with Kev, man. Philly and the Lakers. LeBron looked locked in, man. And that's not being biased, but just watching him, with the games he has played in the last few weeks, he just looks locked in, man. And you can't never count a locked in LeBron out. So I'm with Kevo, Philly and the Lakers. It's my sleepers.
Okay. So my sleepers. I know this one. Y'all gonna be like, what? Yeah. Miami and Dallas.
Well, Miami proved last year you can't never count them out. Shit.
No, you
Facts.
can't count them out. But
Can't
I
never.
but I think they're not. I think Philly is going to beat them, and Miami is going to have to play the winner of the 9-10. So they'll get in. But the problem is they got Boston game 1. They get in. They're going to beat whoever the 9-10 is. I don't think they'll beat Philly. Philly will go 7. Miami will go 8.
And
They got Boston game 1, bro. They ain't.
Boston looking for payback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boston
Yeah.
want their lick back. They
yeah.
embarrassed them. Boston want their lick back.
Mm-hmm.
They really did embarrass them.
They embarrassed them.
Because Benson and Stabler was sitting in the crowd last.
They embarrassed them. Had them down 3-1. Shit.
Yeah.
They looking for their get back. Boston ain't gonna take them lightly this year. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
Oh, hell no.
Lefty, we're gonna pivot. You wanted to talk about the NFL draft.
13 days, 12 days away now. 12 days away.
12 days away.
Baby.
So I'll let you kick it off. Where you want to start?
Well, of course, we don't even have to go. We don't even have to talk too much Bear stuff unless we talk about that 9 pick. But Caleb to the Bears is a lock. But the rumors surrounding 2, 3, 4 on through is crazy, man.
All over the place.
It's some rumors saying Washington may shock everybody and take McCarthy.
He has risen.
He has
risen.
risen.
His draft stock has risen.
You got you got the talk of Minnesota moving up. It's even Kevo's Giants. They've been taking some of the top quarterbacks for visits, bringing them in. I know Kevo don't want to hear it, but they bought in May, and I think they bought in Daniels too. So they
did.
bought in some people. They bought in some visits. So it's a
It would
lot
be
of
stupid.
rumors out there, man. It's a lot of rumors out there. So what order the receivers going in? Is Marvin Harrison Jr. drop? By not doing a pro day and all that. Does Neighbors take the jump? What does the Doomsday fall? What the Chargers do? They saying Arizona want a bag for that number 4 pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say Arizona willing to move out. But look, man, Arizona, take Marvin Harrison. He's sitting there. Minnesota, you got enough to move up to 5 to take the Chargers pick. Get your quarterback. Cool. On behalf of the New York Giants, please take Neighbors. You have no receivers whatsoever. And if you do the dummy and draft a quarterback at 6, who the hell are you going to throw the ball to? He's not going to play right away because you got a dude that's making $20 million in basically the last year of his guaranteed money that you're going to force in the lineup because you got to pay him. I ain't even mad at an offensive tackle.
What if he's not healthy? What if he's not healthy when the season starts?
Then hey, man, look, do not take a quarterback at 6.
We ain't got Tyrod no more.
We don't. I'm not saying don't take a quarterback in the draft. What I'm saying is don't do it at number 6 because you still got a quarterback on the roster that you got to pay. Why don't you get him a receiver in a receiver's draft? Hell, take the best offensive tackle, but don't take a quarterback at 6. Man.
This all come down to as strong as this quarterback class is, they projecting. And the Giants don't feel like they have their guy. If they clearly don't
Well,
feel
of
like
course
Daniel
they don't,
Jones is
but you
their guy.
can't do it at
Right?
6, man.
But I'm saying if you feel that strong about either May, McCarthy, or one of them, and they're there, you don't know what next year's quarterback class gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Well, you got to go with what's in front of you. You know that's always the top position. If they feel like they can get it, I think they pull it, even with Daniel Jones.
Who is he throwing the ball to?
Well, it ain't gonna matter. You got to look at the future. It ain't like the Giants finna take a jump up. No disrespect to you, brother, but ain't like the Giants finna step up and go to the Super Bowl next year.
Okay,
No,
so if they're not going to step up and go to the Super Bowl, why would you draft a quarterback at 6?
It was definitely a jab. It was definitely a jab.
Yeah, it was a jab. I took it on the chin. But would you step up and take a quarterback at 6? And you got a dude that got guaranteed. If he didn't have no guaranteed money, and you could do whatever you want, I have absolutely no problem with that. The problem is the guy you take right now at 6 has to play. And you committed to a dude at least one more year. Why don't you get him a weapon? Why don't you get him a weapon?
Well, because
you have no receiver.
Getting a receiver without having your franchise quarterback is a little ass backwards, ain't it?
But you don't have a franchise quarterback now. And even if you get your franchise quarterback now, he's not going to play right now. So why would you use the number 6
you
pick
got him
to
on
do
the
that?
roster. That's the most important position in sports.
He's not going to play right now, dog.
You aren't winning right now.
Why don't you get a position?
Kev, you're not winning right now. It doesn't matter. The Giants aren't winning right now.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter. They're not winning right now. And Dabo can't go another year. He needs his quarterback, his guy to start developing. Jones is clearly not his dude.
When you going to develop him?
You develop him now.
Hey, man,
he's not. Whoever they take at 6 is not going to come in and start.
Free Daniel Jones, man. Get him out of
Well,
there.
he'll be off the roster next year. He'll be off the roster next year, no doubt.
So then after that, who's your quarterback? You scrambling for a bunch of.
I'm gonna take some words out of your mouth, Kev. Free Daniel Jones, man. You ain't developing him. He ain't doing nothing there.
He's not. He's not Dabo's guy. And if Dabo got a chance to get,
we know that
he's an offensive guru. If he got a chance to get his guy, let him get his guy if he's there.
If his guy was going to come in and start, I would agree with you.
Quarterback since Eli, I mean, man, Jesus.
Whoever they get right now at 6 is not coming in starting. If he was coming in starting, I would 100% agree, but he's not. So why waste it? I'm not saying not get a quarterback because they're going to do that. What I'm saying is the number 6 pick, go out and get a weapon. Hell, go out and get an offensive lineman.
So what quarterback you going to get?
But don't take a quarterback at 6 when you clearly have other needs. I'm not saying we don't need a quarterback. We do, but not at 6.
But if you don't take them at 6, nobody's going to be available. Penix, Bo Nix, they all going to be gone.
There'll be a quarterback available.
Lefty, you forgot they still got the Italian stallion down there. DeVito.
Oh boy, what's his name? DeVito.
Hey man, we're not. I wasn't even talking about Jeremy Lin, dog.
Hey,
I'm talking about somebody at 6.
Wait, did you call
you got a top wide receiver, a speedster at Naples. You could get dude out of Washington. Hell, he's sitting there too. Harrison will be gone.
But the thing is, if you did pick him up, who gonna throw on the ball?
A dude, unfortunately, you stuck with another year. You made the commitment to him. That's your dumb ass fault.
You got to get the quarterback now. If you feel like if the quarterback's, I agree. I wouldn't trade up. But if one of those guys fall, if one of those guys fall in your lap and you feel like, and it's right there, I think you take them.
Well, Lefty, you know who fault this is? You know who fault this is in New York? They GM.
No, it's the GM fault before the GM they have now.
Everything you said about the Bears, I'm saying back to you. Your GM ain't shit.
It ain't the GM they got now. It's the previous GM.
Right.
Oh.
Same thing on the Bears. The predicament the Bears was in because of the previous GM. It ain't no excuses, just facts. It can't be true for you and not true for the Giants.
But what we saying is,
so come on now. They're in the position they in now because of the dumbass GM that took Daniel Jones to begin with.
So let me ask you this, Kev. Do you agree that the Giants are in a rebuild?
Yes.
It's a rebuild, right?
Yes.
You rebuild, you start off with the quarterback position in a rebuild.
But you're still paying a quarterback over $20 million that you're not going to bench. So you don't draft a quarterback at number 6 that has to play now, knowing He's not going to play now.
You don't have to play now.
Push the whole
He can
team
sit a
off
year.
Niagara Falls, man. Just
He can
push
sit
the
a
whole
year.
team
So he's going
off.
to sit a year. So you're going to draft the dude at number 6 to sit a year?
He could sit a year. Why not? Ain't nothing wrong with it 1 year.
That
Now,
makes sense.
When you talking
You act like
3,
he's
4
playing
years,
behind Aaron Rodgers. Why would he sit?
So okay. So say let's just say McCarthy, right? Let's say he falls. He's there. You give him a chance to go in and beat out Daniel
They trying to
Jones.
get him at 5. That's what Minnesota doing. They trying to get the
Right.
Chargers pick at 5 to get McCarthy.
Yeah, I'm just saying if he failed, I said if he fall in his lap, you give him a chance to beat out Daniel Jones. Hell, release him and eat the money. Look how much Denver just ate up, letting him go. You got to get your quarterback, man. You got to get that. You can't mess around and miss an opportunity to get what you think's a franchise quarterback because just Daniel Jones won last year on his deal. That don't make sense to me.
Who you gonna throw the ball to? You?
Hell, who Daniel Jones gonna throw to?
Right.
Neighbors? Like
Well, since you stuck with him, why don't you give him somebody to throw to?
Yeah, but
you stuck with him.
So what happens after next? What's happening after next year when Daniel Jones is off the roster? You didn't get your quarterback. Next year is a weak quarterback class. Now who you taking? Now you back in this quarterback hell, scrambling for quarterbacks. That's the main shit. It don't matter who neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., who you get. If you ain't got no quarterback to throw on the ball, like get the person that delivers the ball for the person that receives it first. You got to go in order.
You ain't got
no. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is you're gonna draft a quarterback at number 6 that's not gonna play immediately. That makes no sense to me. If I had the 15th pick or something, I'm the quarterback. If here's the thing, I'll say this. If they wasn't gonna play Daniel Jones this year and you don't think he's gonna be healthy enough to play, I 100% agree with you. But their dumbasses all in on Daniel Jones this last year. So if you're gonna get a dude at number 6, the number 6 dude has to play. He has to play.
I mean, no,
what you gonna bench Daniel? If that's the case, then get rid of him.
That's not a rule.
Let him ride.
It's not a rule.
He ain't gonna learn behind no damn Daniel Jones.
Kevin, it's not a rule that he can't sit a year behind somebody. That's not written in stone.
So we're gonna get a number 6 quarterback just to sit him behind Daniel Jones.
You want your quarterback? Patrick Mahomes.
Like he Aaron Rodgers.
Patrick Mahomes sat 4 years behind Alex.
Would you be upset if they took Drake May with the 6th pick?
Wasn't Smith better than Daniel Jones?
Well, yeah, that's true. But the number 6 doesn't. I mean, look, Brian Daboll. If you mess around, you got Daniel Jones. You ain't got no other quarterback on the roster. You have another bad year because you decided to take a receiver. Daboll's job is on the line. So now, at least a rookie quarterback, you kind of get a chance to reset the clock a little bit and say, okay, let Daboll develop his guy now. He don't have another year to mess around with Daniel Jones. If you don't feel like he's the dude and there's somebody there that you really want at 6 that you think's better, you take him. You take him and let Daboll work with him. That's all I'm saying.
First of all, you know damn well. Hey, y'all know damn well. Dribble knows Daniel Jones is not his guy.
Okay,
that's not his choice to play.
Okay then. So you don't think Daboll pounding to say, "Hey man, this dude failed. Let me get him," or let's because we got to pay Daniel Jones 1 more year. We gonna not pass up? That don't make sense to me, dog.
You see, Gandy, Deion told me he's not gonna let Shador play for the Giants, so you better get your.
Deion will let Shador go to New York. That market in New York, he'll let him go to New York. That's bullshit.
Deion crazy for thinking he gonna control the market. But we already talked about that.
It ain't impossible.
St. Colorado, Deion. This is the NFL, the Shield.
And the Bears are already. They said they already kind of setting the tone for that number 9 pick, like in trades. If it's the rumor is if their guy isn't there at 9, so whether it's the Doomsday, whether it's Joe Alt, we don't know who it is, but if their guy isn't there at 9, then they'll definitely trade back. Because I was reading too, they like Dallas Hunter from that his name Hunter, Alabama defensive end. They like him too. So
yeah.
So question about the number 9 to y'all, since y'all Bears fans. Why would they go out and get dude from Washington, Agunze, and you have Keenan Allen and the other wide receiver, DJ Moore. So you have Allen, Moore, You got 2 tight ends. Why would you go out and get a rookie, one of the top wide receivers? Put him behind DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. And what, he going to sit a year 2?
Why does he have to sit as a receiver?
He just be the 3rd receiver on that team.
He's going to be the 3rd receiver. So you're going to get a receiver that's really could start and be a number 1 receiver on a lot of teams. But you're going to get him what? Just to get him? Just to sit?
No, you put him in a 3 wide receiver set. What's wrong with that?
What about your 2 tight ends? Are you going when Swift them get the ball? Are you going to run the ball, or it's going to be all about passing?
So, Kev, in an NFL game, you know how many formations that they put out on the field, man?
I would say if you're not,
you don't need a top receiver. You eliminated the top receiver part when you went out and got Keenan Allen.
I agree. If
address another damn need.
If you're not going to extend Allen, then I would take a receiver at 9. But if you're going to plan,
if you know you're not going to do it, okay, all right, I'll give you that. If you know you're not going to do it, then that's different.
Right. But it seems to be all about Caleb Williams developing, but they're saying Eberflus wants to defend somebody opposite of Sweat, and they got a chance to get the top defensive end.
True.
They definitely got a chance to get the top defensive end if Atlanta don't snatch them.
Yeah. So you take
Atlanta's in the mix for a DN too. But somebody could come up for Penix. Somebody could come up for Bo Nix. I think Penix could be the sleeper in here. Now, what y'all think about the some people on ESPN are saying grab Penix to bring Dak's replacement in now.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that too.
Dallas
got a lot more needs though, man.
They've been real quiet.
Yeah.
Because they stuck.
And they got to re-up CD, Micah. They said CD ain't taking the field without a new deal.
Well, Michael got another. They don't have to do Michael right now. That's right. The thing about it. They got to do Lamb right now. They don't have to do Michael right now.
Right. But if
they got to do Lamb right now and Dak. They really don't even have to do Dak quiet as kept. They can let Dak play this out. But now you playing a dangerous game with that.
Yep.
Well, they played it once. Why not play it again?
Well, at that time they felt like Dak was the dude, though.
But why y'all think they not making no moves? They can't.
Right.
They can't. Either gonna pay Dak and CD and get it out the way.
Dak got them handcuffed right now.
Yeah.
Dak really got them handcuffed.
Yes.
They got him handcuffed.
And you know what? I think they tired of being handcuffed by Dak.
Could be.
They tired of this, man.
Could be.
But he got him. You can't tag him.
When was the last?
Don't he got like a no trade or something?
Handcuffed like this.
Hell, Dak had him handcuffed the first time he got the contract.
I know.
But they waited. But that's their fault. They didn't pay him. They waited. They played the game.
Jerry don't like to move with handcuffs, man. Jerry don't like to move. He like to do what he do, when he want, how he want. But being handcuffed, that's not Jerry.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Dallas in a tough spot. I don't know about trading up for Penix, but if he fell, but I don't think he's not getting past the Raiders. He's not getting past Vegas. I don't see Penix falling that far. Michael Penix. I don't think.
What about Nick?
I think Nick could fall to Denver.
Denver right. I was going to say Denver. Ain't Denver trying to move up too?
Yeah, but Denver don't have a lot of capital. They still
got about 2 years to play.
Denver's sitting there at 12. They can still get Penix.
Yeah, and Denver's still drowning from the damn Russell Wilson trade. They ain't already got a lot of picks. And, cap messed up. They got all type of things going on. But
if Denver sit where they at, they can get Knicks or Penix. They ain't gonna be gone.
Yeah. Right. Unless the Raiders or somebody jump up. That's what I'm saying. If the Bears open up the business for number 9, you don't think the Raiders will take a shot?
Then the Raiders gonna jump up.
Yeah, to get Penix, they definitely will.
What the Raiders? What's the Raiders? 11?
I think so.
10ish?
I think they're 11. I believe they're 11.
We sat at the draft last year and was like, okay, who's gonna be that team that's gonna surprise everybody by moving up, moving back?
13. Raiders are at 13.
Raiders at 13. Okay.
Oh, they're at 13. What's Denver? 12?
It'll be a lot of that this year. It'll be a lot of that this year because we got more teams with a need for quarterback than we did last year.
Yeah, definitely. Kirk Cousins shook up the Minnesota's plans.
Yeah.
He shook up Minnesota's plans by signing with Atlanta. I mean, you can't go in the season with Sam Darnold as your only QB. As QB.
Minnesota obviously is going to move up.
Yeah, they gonna move up, but the Bears ain't
Obviously.
gonna trade with them, so they can rule that number 9.
You ain't gonna trade your own division. No, the Bears ain't gonna do
Rule
it.
that out. They better target
No, the Bears ain't gonna do it.
They got to
unless
target
Minnesota
Arizona.
come with a hell of a deal.
I don't know. I don't think you don't get
No,
your division.
they ain't gonna trade in the same division.
But Minnesota's only options is Arizona and the Chargers. Like they got to be on the phone with them too.
Okay, so question: is New England taking a quarterback definitely at 3?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Should.
I think if Washington passes on Daniels, if Washington shocks the world and takes McCarthy at 2, and Daniels there at 3, I think New England stays. I don't think New England that high. I don't think New England that high on Drake May though. I don't think they that high on Drake May.
Okay, they got the same predicament. Who they throwing the ball to?
Right.
Well, that's been there. That's been like that since Tom was there.
Yeah.
And they brought dude that used to play for them back. New England comfortable with him?
Brissett, Jacoby.
Yeah. They go a year.
Yeah.
They need receivers. They need New England. Hey man.
Nobody comfortable with Brissett. Stop it.
I'm saying in this, he used to play there.
He a bridge quarterback. Brissett ain't trash.
He attempt.
Yeah, definitely attempt. But if only I can see New England trading out if Daniels, if it goes how everybody expects, Daniels goes to Washington. But if Washington shock everybody and take McCarthy, which some people are saying could happen, Daniels there, you got to take him. New England has to take him at 3.
I thought Minnesota wanted McCarthy.
I'm saying Minnesota does, but they saying Washington, some people in Washington building kind of high on them too.
Yeah. The landscape has changed in the last week and a half. The landscape has changed.
The draft could shake up, so we'll see. I can't wait. I love NFL draft time.
It's gonna be a shocker right at the top. That's gonna throw the whole draft off.
Whoa, House.
Brissett is comparable to Caleb with House. Let me address House with a quick lefty's logic before we go off there.
He still ain't over, huh?
It's gonna be real quick. House is so upset. He's
still upset.
Let me go here.
Lefty's logic.
House, big fella.
Boy.
You know I love you, big fella. You know I love you, big fella. But let's do a little history here. I forgot the year, but Andrew Luck's year, when it was the suck for Luck, Luck was the biggest prospect. Caleb Williams was the biggest prospect since Andrew Luck. Some say he's a better prospect since Luck. I know Peyton Manning was hurt that year before, but everybody knew he was going to come back. The coach let Peyton Manning go to get Andrew Luck. And Peyton Manning was a god in Indianapolis, still is. He's a god there. And they moved on from him. And they moved on from him, and they didn't move on from him to get RG3. That draft was Luck, RG3, Ryan Tannehill, Russell Wilson went later, Nick Foles. Like they didn't just move on from him just to move on. It was because of Andrew Luck. He's that good of a prospect. They moved on from Justin Fields because Caleb Williams is that guy. And if the rumor that what Washington offered, if that's true, and a few different outlets have put that out there, if they offered the swap and 2 first-round picks, and Ryan Poles passed that up, that says something about this dude, Caleb Williams, man. Like I don't think it's overhyped. When you're that high of a prospect, man, when people are talking about you as generational as a quarterback, especially in a team that has not had a generational quarterback ever. Let's just call it what it is. It's called Indy actually won 11 games his rookie year, House. So that's to answer your question. Indy won 11 games that year. And Peyton Manning went on to go to 2 more Super Bowls, won. I get all that. But they moved on for Andrew Luck. This is how people view Caleb Williams. It's not a bad thing. We all crying over Justin Fields. I like Justin too, but it ain't like he Tom Brady or no shit either. So I don't know why we taking it so hard because Justin was a likable guy. I get it. He made some flash plays. He did good. And they could have won with him. But no, Russell was never a generational quarterback. He was a dude with a big arm. Like 80, 90% of the professionals who do this for a living say Caleb Williams is that dude. So I'm just saying, man, like it's time for us to just take the Justin Fields thing off there. We'll eat it. I know you're a Bears fan. You're not hoping for the Bears to fail. So come on, man, with the Caleb Williams. Hey, bro. That's it. I just had to get you on the Logic House. I'll probably see you later. We talk some more shit. But yeah.
Hey, House. Hey, House. Let me guess. He don't know football, huh?
I'm just saying, man. Hey, I wasn't that high on the Caleb Williams train either, but if all these professionals are saying it, and they've been showing more highlights, he can't throw it from the pocket. He can do it all, man. The dude is the dude could be special. And what they setting him up with, man, you come on, man. It's time for us to let the Justin Fields thing go. That's the ex-girlfriend. She gone. She moved on. Get on with your life. Start dating again, bro. It's over.
Yeah, stop panning.
Yeah, start dating again. Don't wish for Caleb Williams to be a bust or be bad, man. You're a Bears fan, bro. You bleed blue and orange like I do. We know what it is.
Now you're wishing the team be bad if you do that.
Yeah. Because if Caleb is a bust, the team is gonna be done, and then now you cleaning house, polls, everybody's gone.
Caleb Williams, there's no rookie quarterback that's ever walked in what Caleb Williams is walking into.
Not at all.
Now they did that for Justin. That's different. But they didn't do that for Justin. They're doing that for Caleb Williams. Technically, he got to be bad to fail. He has to be. He fails on this. And I'm not saying he's going to come in and blow up the league like Luck, and he's going to come in and just be, what's dude, Cincinnati? I'm looking at him, Joe Burrow. I'm not saying he coming in, he's Joe Burrow. He all of a sudden he in the Super Bowl. But there's no way, like they set him up to succeed. And they going all in on Caleb Williams, they set him up to succeed.
And Kev, I totally agree with you. And the other thing is this. Like he could just come in and be Brock Purdy this year. Just get the ball to the playmakers. He don't have to
don't turn the ball over, right?
He don't have to do it all like he had to do at USC. He don't have to try to be Mr. Everything. He don't have to try to be Patrick Mahomes this year. Get the ball to these playmakers. Is up there on the board. Swift, Allen, Moore, Komet. Just get the ball to the playmakers, man. And that's it. And Waldron, keep it simple. Like I said, don't put him. He ain't got to throw for 5,000 yards this year. You know what I mean? That's all you want him to do. You're in a good spot.
Damn good spot.
All right, fellas. We're at the end of our ride, man. It went quick today. Real quick. So we're gonna do our parting shots. Kevo.
Appreciate the ride, y'all. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate people paying attention, man, along for the Saturday ride with us. Appreciate it. We're looking forward to the draft. Me personally, I'm looking forward to the NBA playoffs. 'Cause I'm a basketball head. Hey, shout out to Nunu, man. We partying tonight, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Nunu. We'll get it in with you.
Lefty.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, Nu. Man, happy birthday to all the Aries, man. I know I knew that many damn Aries. All of them. Mario, Mika, D.
I know they've been flying out the woodwork.
Man, Aries been kicking ass, ain't they? They've been kicking ass. Aries been kicking ass, man. So yeah, happy birthday to everybody. You know, if y'all ain't doing nothing, you know, we're gonna be at L's tonight. We're gonna be celebrating with Nu, birthday girl. We're gonna kick it, man. So thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the weather, be safe out there. And next week, and we ain't got time this week, but I'm gonna go in on Netflix because I'm about to start a petition to after that animation Good Time series they got on there. It's embarrassing. Yeah, we're gonna go in on that later. But that's next week.
I don't believe you watched it.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't get past the first episode. I watched it by myself and I was embarrassed for black people. I was embarrassed for black people. It's pathetic. But shout out, man. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
All right, man. As I always say at the end of every show, where there's smoke,
there's the
fellas.
Yes,
and
sir.
Netflix gets the SmokeFellas finger. Netflix gets the SmokeFellas finger next week. Tune in. I'm going in.
All right, man. We'll check y'all out.
So does the OJ haters.
All right. Peace.